All right, everybody. Good Saturday morning. It's the weekend. Hope you make something good out of it. We've got a game. We've got a game to talk about. It's been a little longer than usual between games for the Seahawks because of the Thursday night game last week. And I personally wish the break between games was even longer, like a lot longer. I kind of wish we could just fast forward through this season, get everything over with, and get on to the off season because this team has not given us a lot to be happy about through the first 5 games, and things look like they're going to get worse before they get better. But hey, we got a game Sunday night in Pittsburgh against the Steelers, and I gotta watch. I gotta watch for many reasons, but chief among those reasons is that I am a fan. And as a fan, I do advocate for doing certain things to let your displeasure for this team be known. Like, I'm not going any games right now. I can tell you that right now. I'm not buying merchandise. I'm not giving the team my money because I don't like the way they're doing things right now, but can't not watch. To not watch a game by choice would be in some ways to me akin to not being a fan. Not and as a fan who is actually on YouTube trying to analyze this team, trying to break it down, trying to figure out what's going wrong or in some areas what's going right. You got to watch. So I will be watching Sunday night, another primetime game for the Seahawks. First game without Wilson starting in almost a decade, and whatever happens, it's going to be interesting. I will say that it's not like this could be a boring game to watch, but seeing how this team reacts without Wilson, it's going to be must see TV for me. So there's a lot of stuff going on here, but let's start with the defense because they're the side of the ball that I try very hard to have most of my focus on. The defense being this bad to me is the thing that's really unacceptable. The offense, like I wish they were playing better, but I understand it. The defense to me, the way they played through 5 games is single-handedly fireable, a fireable offense on the part of the people who put it together and the people who coach it. So we're going to start on that side of the ball. Move over to the offense because I know you guys are all about that Geno Smith content right now. But okay, defense. This defense, you will not get a more remedial game than this one for the defense. This is your chance to rebuild a modicum of trust from me. Not a big foundation, but a little bit of the foundation can be laid for this defense to start to re earn my trust because right now it is at 0. It's not approaching 0, it's 0. There's nothing on this defense that I trust. There are a couple players who I like, but the defense, in terms of actually accomplishing their goals of stopping the other team, no, I don't trust them at all right now. 0. And this week, you are getting a Pittsburgh Steelers offense that cannot run the ball. Najee Harris, I think he's probably going to be a good player, but that offensive line, not doing it for him. Pittsburgh has one of the worst rushing attacks in the league. So if you cannot stop the run here, you can't stop the run against anyone. So if I tune in tomorrow night for this game and I see Najee Harris springing for a $120 and averaging 5.5 yards a carry, then my fears about this team not being interested in giving further effort are going to start to be confirmed in my mind. At that point, there will be nothing that I can say other than the players have just flat given up. Stopping the run, there are a lot of things that go into stopping the run. Obviously, there's scheme, there's technique, there's a lot of stuff. But if you can't stop the run against the Steelers, averaging like 72 rushing yards a game or something near the bottom of the league, then I don't know what to say about it anymore other than everything is just completely broken right down to the very bare minimum of giving effort. And their passing attack, it does have some nice receivers, although not having Juju hurts, but their passing attack is helmed by a quarterback who is very clearly in what seems to be a swan song season where he just doesn't have it anymore the way he used to. Can't push the ball down the field, but maybe once or twice a game. Accuracy is becoming a problem. He looks slow. He doesn't respond to pressure the way he used to. He doesn't respond to hits the way he used to. He's just in that phase of his career where he's just kind of out there and playing because the franchise kind of owes it to him, and there's nobody better on the immediate roster. But yeah, he's in that final year of Brett Favre, final year of Peyton Manning type mode. It is looking like the end of the road, and this defense is once again facing a somewhat remedial task to defend against this passing attack and Ben Roethlisberger. So what I want to see from this defense, and again, this is about rebuilding a little bit of the trust. You can't do a lot because this Pittsburgh offense is pretty bad, but you can do a little bit. I want to see us play aggressively. I want to see us get up to the line of scrimmage and actually challenge Roethlisberger to make throws into tight windows. If he goes out there tomorrow night and gets to throw wide open slant passes 4 yards down the field the whole game, and our defensive backs are playing 8 yards off, then, I mean, I'd say I'd get mad, but I can't even get mad anymore. There's nothing to get mad at. It feels, at that point, I almost kind of feel like either these guys are trying to get fired or they're trying to lose. They're tanking. They got paid $100 million by the Jets to tank this season so the Jets get a good first-round pick. Like, watching the Steelers' offense so far this year and watching the way Roethlisberger is playing, it seems pretty rudimentary to me. Just try to take away the short stuff and say, okay, you want to beat us over the top? Take a shot. Let's see if you can do it once or twice before we start respecting that. Put Jamal Adams up on the line of scrimmage and blitz him like crazy. Play him up close to the line of scrimmage almost every snap. Get him around the ball. Get your cornerbacks up in these receivers' faces. They still got Chase Claypool, and he's good. He's certainly good. But they don't have all their horses there because of the Juju thing. Just give me some aggression. We talked about this a little bit with the Hawk's Nest on our stream a couple days ago. Play aggressively. Blitz him. Make him move around in the pocket. He can't do it the way that he used to. Get pressure on him, and if he does manage to heave a 50-yarder down the field and hit one of his guys, okay, then you can start respecting that. But until he shows you that he can do that, because for the most part this year he's not doing it, just make life hard for him, man. And I don't have any confidence left in this defense. I don't think they're going to be able to go shut down Pittsburgh's offense and win the game because I mean, the Rams' running game is not that good either, and we couldn't stop their rushing attacks. So I just don't have any confidence about these things that I'm saying. I don't have any confidence they're going to go out there and do it. I'm just saying that it seems very obvious to me that this is how you should do it, but I'm sitting here and I'm looking at what we've done in the first 5 weeks. I'm looking at the way Ken Norton and Pete Carroll seem to be approaching coaching this defense this year, and I don't have any confidence that it's actually going to happen. And I'd say if it doesn't happen, I'd lose all my faith, but that's the thing. I don't have any faith left in these guys. It's just a really bad defense. The scheme is bad. The players aren't right for the scheme, even if the scheme does have some ability to be good in the right hands, not these hands. Nothing makes sense right now, and I'm completely ready for Roethlisberger to just get little 4-yard outs and 8-yard slants over the middle, wide open the whole game because our defense just doesn't know how to do anything else. So that's the defense. The offense, that's the side of the ball that I don't know if you can reasonably expect too much from them. We're going on the road, hostile territory, good Pittsburgh defense. And unfortunately, if the Pittsburgh defense has a weakness, it might be at cornerback. Looking at that secondary, Joe Hayden, he's still pretty good, but he's not what he used to be. There was some damage you could have done against those Pittsburgh cornerbacks, I think. But Wilson was the guy who could have done some damage there. Geno, I don't know what we're going to get from Geno this week. I think he's going to give us some good plays, but I don't think he's going to be able to string them together like he did against the Rams on those first 2 drives that he had. I don't know. Some people are really optimistic about the Geno thing, about how, oh, he hasn't really had a chance since the Jets kicked him out, and he's barely played, and he's had a lot of chances to humble himself and a lot of chances to learn from Russell Wilson, but that's typically not how it works. That's if that was the case, I think we would have seen something more in preseason or training camp, or another team would have said, hey, let's take a shot on that Geno Smith guy. There's a reason why he's kicked around the league lately. There's a reason why he keeps finding these jobs that are securely second string jobs. So you are going to see some nice things from him. I kind of don't mind the fact that Alex Collins is going to have to get the start, because I don't think you're going to be able to run the ball on Pittsburgh's defense anyway. So at least Collins is somebody who can catch screen passes and do some damage there. And that does seem like something Geno's going to lean pretty heavily on. But I'm just going to have very low expectations for this offense. If they do execute a game plan that generates something like 20 points, I will be very happy with that. And if they can somehow keep it to maybe 1 turnover, then I will happily take that as well. Now, I'm not saying that's going to be enough to win. It probably won't be, but I will take that if I can get it, for sure. And I just don't know how to evaluate the non-Geno parts of this team right now, because it's Geno. The offensive line is going to be harder to evaluate in a way because you have Geno back there. The receivers are going to be harder to evaluate. Waldron especially, like, how do you evaluate what he's about to do over the next 3 games without his quarterback? And getting a quarterback that is in some ways better for his scheme, but is also much inferior in terms of talent. So that's really all I can say for this offense. I don't have a lot to say about those guys. I'm interested to see what they can do. And if Geno looks good in the Waldron offense, people are going to start buzzing. It's already started. 2 drives against the Rams already got people started. Imagine what happens if he has a good game in Pittsburgh. And that's all I got for this game. I've said it a few times already in other videos and other streams, but actual football games right now for this team, for me, kind of just feel like whatever. Like, I don't care that much. And I really hope that fans out there understand that winning this, if we do win this game, and I don't expect to win, I don't expect the Seahawks to be able to win this game. If they do win, don't forget the problems. Don't let a win just brainwash you from all the things that are wrong with this team right now. So I am hoping for a win, because this season does not have to be over yet. That's the thing. This season doesn't have to be over. I think that it is, because I don't believe this defense is going to be able to figure it out. And there are other aspects of this team that I just have no faith in anymore. But putting all that to the side, in a vacuum, being 2-3 and missing your starting quarterback for 3 games does not have to end your season. But in our situation, with this staff, with these coaches, with this scheme, with this mix of defensive players, it probably is. It's just kind of sad right now. I know I'm kind of putting myself in this unwinnable situation, because I basically just said no matter what happens against the Steelers, I'm not going to be very happy about it, because the problems are still there, and I know they're still there. And if we lose, I'm going to be sad because it's a loss. But that's just the mood this team puts you in right now as a fan. And you can't look away because you are a fan. And I plan on watching all these games. I plan on dissecting exactly what's going on. And I'm going to use that knowledge this offseason to try to tell you guys what I think they should or should not do. But it's not cool right now. It's not good right now. And I'm going to reiterate something that I said at the end of the Hawks Nest stream. It didn't have to be this way. This isn't bad luck. Yes, Wilson getting hurt is kind of bad luck. But the other things wrong with this team? No. So I'll see you guys probably one more time before the game starts. I'll probably do a last-minute game notes video if we learn anything. And then post-game will be a little awkward because the game's going to finish probably around 8:30 to 9. But I'll get it out regardless. And I'll see you guys then. Go Hawks. Go get a upset victory on the road in Pittsburgh and start slowly chunking your way towards salvaging something from this season. That's all I got. I got no faith it's going to happen, but all I can say is go do it. Go Hawks.